we'll have to redact it.
So weird how your mouth does that whenever you say the word redacted.
I know.
Oh, yeah, we went live. I hit the live button. Hey, everybody. We're live with Spirit Island Digital. I'm Maggie, the marketing and sales director for Greater Than Games. Below me is Chris.
Hello, I'm the game dev.
Whenever you say the word redacted. And below Chris is Alex.
I know.
Oh, yeah, we went live. Kidding. Alex is
everybody.
We're not talking.
Oh boy.
Gone,
lost,
Maggie,
destroyed.
And sales director for Greater Than Games.
Maggie, turn down your speakers. You're looping all the stuff in YouTube right now.
Chris is Alex. Oh wow.
I know.
Oh yeah, we went live. Kidding. Alex is ready. We're not talking.
Oh boy.
Gone,
lost. We are professionals.
Yes, we are. Maggie, turn down your speakers. You're
How is it looping? I'm on.
There. Okay, I think we're good now.
Okay.
Cool. That was exciting. We should be good.
I'm scared to talk now. Bad echo. Jacob Brown says, "Thank you, Jacob Brown. We figured that one out." I'm sorry, guys. I'm scared to talk now. I'm gonna go talk really quiet.
No, it's completely okay to talk now.
Okay.
Completely okay to talk now.
Okay, so I'm Maggie. I'm the marketing and sales director, totally professional. Chris is our game development manager. He's right beneath me, and then Alex is
account manager at Greater Than Games.
Yeah, and now we don't echo.
Yes, that's right.
See, this is where I'm really tempted to start adding sentence fragments so that it's like, and then when we were trying to,
just take things we already said.
Screw it.
Yeah.
As if we are purposely cutting things together.
Yeah.
Welcome to the okay.
Yeah, we're professionals here. We're even more professional now that we're not doing this 3 times a week.
Yeah, we definitely haven't forgotten how to do anything. Definitely not having issues with laptops or whatever. And people have confirmed that you did fix it, in case we had any question of that. So good. Awesome. We're here with Spirit Island Digital. We have pre-selected some spirits based on who we haven't played yet. So we hadn't played Thunderspeaker yet, and we also hadn't played the mountain whose name I forget.
Earth, Maggie. It's called Earth.
Vital Strength of the Earth.
Vital Strength of the Earth. That's like still not his full name. You have to say Earth.
I really can. I'm allowed.
Earth is
because I actually know the name, you see.
Yeah, but he is a giant mountain.
But there's also at least 3 other spirits that could more accurately be called mountain.
Right, volcano is a giant mountain, and then there's stone as well.
You have to be precise when you're shortening names and giving them nicknames.
All right, that's fair. I will go with that. So Thunderspeaker, Vital Strength of the Earth, and Spreader Brain Fight Green are what we pre-selected. If anyone has issues with that and would like to see some other spirits, we are open to negotiations. So we're also hoping that you might have suggestions for what adversary we should play against. Last week, which was 2 weeks ago, we played against Sweden level 3?
6.
Level 6.
We went all the way up. Yeah. And we won.
Which is level 6 difficulty 3?
I believe it's difficulty 8.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was just wrong all over the place. But, so we're open to suggestions on our adversary for sure, because we haven't selected anything yet. And if you don't tell us, then we'll just pick a boring one, because Braithwaite doesn't want to have a hard game, he told us.
Yep.
There are exactly 2 adversaries that we can pick.
Right.
And of the 2, I want the one that plays well with Thunderspeaker, which is not Sweden.
Right. So England is not yet available. This is still, it will be by the time that we're out of whatever I call it. There are words. I have lost my words.
Pre-release?
It's Friday. Yeah, pre-release, but it's the Steam thing. It's early access. There we go.
Early access, yeah.
Yeah.
So far, there's just a lot of people saying hi. Nobody having any suggestions. We appreciate the pleasantries, though. Mm-hmm. Hello, Greg, and hello, Sam, and Jacob, and Quasi-Quirky, and Migrant. I have to go out for a bit, but we'll return soon. Just wanted to make sure Alex had found the land numbers option, which should be help in coordinating.
Yes, I think I will as soon as we go live here. In fact, I will just go back. How about that? And then options.
Oh, I remember. Yep, and he also corrected us. Early access. Yeah, that's John. I forgot for a brief moment that was John. John is the lead developer on Spirit Island Digital. So he made all of the beautiful things that you see. I'm looking at what you're clicking on.
Yeah, I just added the so basically they have added a function where you can now see the numbers for each land, so it'll be easier to say, oh yes, this land number 6 or whatever.
Yeah, it's gonna be really helpful.
So you can see
Awesome.
You can see that here now. The lands all have numbers.
Somebody just threw in the chat. They're asking about Prime War. We're actually currently working on an update talking about Prime War, so you'll hear more about it later this month. So yeah, just stay tuned. Sometime later this month, hopefully. I mean, it'll definitely be within this month. You'll hear about it. So I always like Dreams, but the current setup looks good. So most people are saying that the current lineup looks decent to them. And I'll wait and see if anyone says anything about Adversaries. Otherwise, we'll do whatever we want, which is what we're good at.
Yeah, that looks cool to me. Does anybody have preferences for a specific spirit?
Out of us?
Yeah.
I don't want to play Vital Strength of the Earth because he's slow and I'm not good at doing that.
I will play Vital Strength of the Earth because I am the big proponent of Vital Strength of the Earth, who thinks he's often underappreciated. So I will do that.
He is definitely underappreciated. I do agree with that. But I also know myself, and I'll get frustrated if I can't do the things that I want to do. Someone just asked us to go against Persia because we beat Sweden last time.
That
which
works.
Is fair.
So I think we've played Prussia at a lower level. I think we played level 1 Prussia the first time we played, or maybe level 2. It was level 2. So we could move it up just a little bit and go level 3, or we could go, which is difficulty 6, so that's already a lot harder, or we could go crazy and be like, go level 4, 5, or 6, which level 6 Prussia is currently the hardest thing you can play in the game.
Given that we've got Vital Strength of the Earth, I'm slightly against that just because it's such a lightning fast game that
that's true. And
Rampant Green is going to help accelerate us, but Anyway. Maggie, are you feeling more supporty with Rampant Green or more kill everybody with Dahan with Thunderspeaker?
I feel like you want to play Thunderspeaker.
I love playing Thunderspeaker, but if you want to smash things, I mean, that's the one of this lineup.
I always want to smash things. I think I played Spreader Burn Green last time, and
I'll try it. Yeah,
I had a good time with it. So, okay, that helps me because I'm going to start pulling out some stuff. Try 4 or 5, says Sam, about what level we should play.
Rampant Green. Now I have to remember how the heck to play the spirit.
Oh, look, my lovely box.
It's been a while.
Beautiful.
I think I have the updated version. Yeah, I've got the right copy where it doesn't say Fable Nexus on it, which is surprising. I usually have the oldest copies of every game now that I've been here for a minute because I never take new games.
The reason that I keep this one is I got the signed box.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Long, long ago, because I am very, very old.
That's true.
And this game is so old that you would have to be 70 to have had an old signed box of it.
This is true.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right. I am trying to remember how to play Rampant Green.
None of my stuff is organized because you're not playing Rampant Green, you're playing Thunderspeaker.
Oh, I thought okay.
Well, so we're doing difficulty 7, so probably having people play things that they're more familiar with is a better idea.
Difficulty 7? They said difficulty 7.
Level 4 is difficulty 7. If we went level 5, it would be difficulty 9. It would be theoretically harder than Sweden that we did last time. So let's go with
people, and you're wanting a tough game. I don't understand you.
Well, maybe next time, assuming England hasn't been released yet, we'll have to go with difficulty 6 and like pick our spirits intentionally, and then go try to beat difficulty 6 Prussia.
Yeah, that would be exciting.
Yeah.
Like I love the games where everything's randomized and you have no idea what's gonna happen. But for me, there's a lot of joy in just like picking a spirit you like and picking a game you know is going to be challenging but not absurdly hard, and then just having a good time. But
yeah,
I'm
going to have a good time doing this.
All right.
So I think that Migrant P has had to leave the chat to go do whatever he does. Does anybody know the answer to the question, when will Spirit Island hit the iPad? I don't think
it has not been announced yet.
I do not know.
Yeah, I don't think they announced it.
So they're definitely going. They're going to like go out of early access on Steam, and then usually shortly thereafter they move their games pretty quickly to Android and Apple from there.
Cool. I should be. Sorry, I'm like looking through all of my bags because nothing was organized.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and hit go on this so we can see.
Yeah, let's get things cracking.
All right.
Jagged Earth. Somebody says they're really excited for Jagged Earth. Jagged Earth is very cool. All of the spirits are so interesting, and so I'm a sucker for art, so the art on it alone is
it's fantastic. Yeah,
amazing.
I am really excited to be able to play we've played some ridiculous games in playtesting, but I'm really excited to get like the final stuff and do some I want to really get Braithwaite and Paul and some of us together and do some big crazy games when that's a thing we can do.
I can't believe you didn't say Matt. How rude. I'm just kidding.
Matt usually doesn't like the big crazy games as much. He prefers like the basic ones.
That's true. That's true, especially because he has the same thing as me where we don't get to play like
as often.
Normal. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So
one of the things I love doing, especially at conventions, is like Paul and Matt and whoever can manage to stay up that late will just commandeer a table at a bar and play games of Spirit Island into the deep, deep night.
Yeah. Yes, Greg. Our game of PAX Unplugged was awesome. It was a 5-player. We were using, I think, the prototype spirits. It was PAX Unplugged like a year and a half ago, and it was 5-player, and we played using, I think from the tournament that year. We used the prototype spirits from the tournament as well as some other stuff. That was awesome.
So Morph is asking, I'm looking at the stream, did they add online multiplayer? No, they have not added multiplayer. Alex is just streaming it for us, and he's controlling all 3 of the spirits, and we'll tell him what we want to do, and he will have that happen. They do have, I can't remember what it's called, Alex. What do they have that people are using for multiplayer?
It's a Steam thing you can do where you do it's like a shared screen Steam thing, so different people can control the mouse. I haven't done it personally. But yeah, that apparently works pretty well. As far as online multiplayer goes, so they it's a stretch goal that they didn't hit, but assuming that when the game releases, if it sells well enough, then that's something they hope to add.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, I am ready to get started.
Yeah, do you know what?
Me too.
Radio. So for me, I would like the 3rd growth option, please.
And you are playing Thunder Speaker, so you're adding a presence and gaining 4 energy.
Take it off of the top track. I'm going to immediately get some energy and plonk it right with that city and that explorer.
Done. And what card would you like to play?
I'm going to be playing Sudden Ambush, where I can gather 1 Dahan, and each Dahan destroys an explorer.
I am going to do the middle growth option.
Mm-hmm.
On mine.
And where would you like to add the presents?
The wetlands, and then the second presence I get to add, I'll add it to that jungle.
So basically turning both your places into sacred sites?
Yep.
All right, and where do you want to take them off? Top track or bottom track?
One off each.
You got it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm playing the $20 card. Well, actually, I guess I do have some.
You have 1 energy if you want to do Gift of Proliferation. I would like that. But it's
okay,
up to
yeah,
you.
I'll do Gifts of Proliferation, and then I didn't really have a plan because I thought I was just going to play my 0 energy cards. So.
Yeah.
What are they doing? They're in the wetlands. I'll do Field Stroked with Growth.
All right.
Thank you.
Then I'm going to add a presence. How about that?
God, I love how good this board looks. Sorry, I'm still obsessing about that.
Oh, yeah,
every time we
fantastic.
play this game, everyone will hear me say that, and that's okay. It's just what you have to deal with. Yeah, I mean, Steam, so Tabletop Simulator and Steam and everything like that, like, it's really useful to have, especially during these times. We've been using Tabletop Simulator to test prototypes, to play our own games through live streams. So like last month, we did a lot of live streaming, and we played through Kill Dr. Lucky, Compounded, a bunch of other things using Tabletop Simulator. And so like, I think it's a really decent investment if you can do it and you want to play board games, and also like have a computer that is set up to do those things. Because if I only had my laptop, I would be struggling. But luckily I've got like a second monitor and all this stuff. So.
And if you're patient, they do sales on it on Steam pretty often, so you can oftentimes get it for a lot cheaper.
In fact, it is like semi-likely. June is technically like International Tabletop Day. Technically happens like June 1 or something like that, sometime in June. And it would not surprise me if they chose to do a sale around that, because like this is the time. Now is the time for them to do sales, starting board games and having to only play at home right now. So cool. Alex, what card did you pick?
I picked Your Perfect Stillness. So basically there's this explorer right here with these 2 Dahan. And so I'm just going to make them not build. So then next turn when they ravage there, they'll just die.
Okay, cool. Good choice.
All right. For me, I would like sudden ambushes to hit and land 5 on my board.
You got it.
And I'm going to gather one of the Dahan from the sands in 7 and pull my presence along with.
All right.
Yes, that does make things ever so easier.
For Gifts of Proliferation, I think Alex wanted this.
Yeah,
presence.
Basically, I want that as much as possible, because if I can get my presence on the board, then I can start... basically I can get powered up enough, I can start letting people repeat powers like every single turn.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. Cloud S says that their favorite card in the game is Power Storm. I like Power Storm a lot
card.
Too. My favorite art in the game, oh man, I have to find it. It's not my favorite card. I don't even think I've ever had a chance to play this card. Every time I've played the game, I've never really needed it. Reaching Grasp. So this is my favorite art. I have it in my office, actually. It hangs on the wall. I love him, so.
Maggie, in land 6, do you want to let them build, or do you want to lose your presence to keep them from building a city?
Let's lose a presence to keep them from building a city. I think it's worth it.
They're exploring into the jungles. And then we have fields choked with growth.
Field choked with growth. Yes, that is me. So I think that those are 2 towns in the wetlands there that I could push one of the towns, or I can push 3 to Han. I don't really have a super good option for pushing 3 to Han. There's 2 in the jungle that I could push, but I don't really think I want to. I guess I could push them into that wetland over there.
Yeah.
For now.
But the pushing the town like that would solve land 1, for example.
Yeah, let's push the town and let's push them into, I don't know, the sand, I guess.
All right, so you're the one without your presence.
Yes.
And you're pushing the town and you're pushing it into land 5?
Yes.
And
Done.
Alex, I've still got my slow power as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you'd be so kind, could you please gather into the wetlands where there is a city and a town, those 2 Dahan from over there, and let's pull my presence along with it.
All right.
Thank you.
And finish using powers. Oop. Oh yeah, so Maggie could do 1 damage to 1 town or city, but it won't do anything, so.
Yeah. Alrighty. What do I want to do here? Could I get the second growth option for me?
Absolutely.
And these are going to be both from one from the top track, one from the bottom track.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go into the on Maggie's board land. It looks like 3. It's the sands with 2 Dahan.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to go and land 7 on my board, which is the sands with Dahan.
Let's see. Yeah, got it.
That's perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely. And what would you like to play, or do you not know yet?
Manifestation of Power and Glory and Words of Warning.
Too excited.
Done.
I'm going to do the middle growth option on mine. And I'm going to place a presence. Let's make that a sacred site again. And also do a presence. Let's see, 2 away.
I didn't actually ask which. I took it off the top track. I just assumed. I don't know.
Yeah. And then 1 off the bottom track too for this next one. And I want to put it in jungle. The jungle that has the the jungle that has the blight in it.
Let's see. Yeah, up here.
Yeah, sorry.
And you want that off the bottom track?
Yep.
Cool.
And then I'm just play my 2 cards.
Yeah, so you'll only have one energy.
I only have 1 energy.
Yeah, so.
Yeah. So play my 1 card.
Yeah, so you can take the top track and have 2 energy, but still won't be able to play. But you'll still be able to play 2 cards because you actually have the +1 card play because you took the middle choice.
Yeah, let's switch it and take it back and do it so that I have 2 energy so that I can play both cards.
All right. Done. All right.
For me, Words of Warning in.
Oh right,
you still have to grow. I'm sorry.
I still have to do my growth.
I am very focused on destruction.
Yeah, no, that is absolutely understandable. All right, I'm going to gain a power card, I think, because I don't know. I could just get more energy. I don't need to reclaim yet, but I think I want to gain a power card. And down there because I will deal with that.
While Alex is picking stuff and while we're all making choices, does anyone else have any greater than games and general questions? It's kind of interesting that we're all 3 here because all of us touch a lot of the different parts of greater than games as far as upcoming projects, current projects, and things that are in the editing process and things like that. So if you have questions, you can ask us and we might know the answer or we might tell you that that's redacted.
I was actually, speaking of redacted stuff, I was actually talking to Maggie and Alex before the stream started about how I was extremely happy that someone found they could unredact Marksman's bio by copy pasting it from the PDF, and they found that out like almost immediately.
The PDF being the
core rulebook PDF that just went to the RPG backers.
Yep. Yeah, the one that, so it only went to Kickstarter backers. So you had to back the Kickstarter if you were a late pledger. You will see that shortly when the full PDF comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Any updates on when Jagged Earth will ship? So there aren't any updates on when Jagged Earth will ship. Everything is on track still as far as the last update. So everything's still at the factory. We're expecting it to leave end of May, beginning of June. Basically, right now we're waiting to see when things finish up and how long assembly will take. And assembly might take a little bit longer because we have a lot of different things that are happening. For example, we're reprinting Spirit Island core game. We're reprinting Jagged Earth expansion, or we're printing the Jagged Earth expansion. We're reprinting Branch and Claw. We're printing all of the promos. So there's just a lot of stuff being made at the same time at the factory. So right now we think that it will ship at the end of May, but it could push into June because of assembly. And we won't know until our next meeting with the factory. So
I want to say that's the product that's the Kickstarter we've had that's had the most different places things were being made. Yeah,
that's true. So the game itself, Jagged Earth and Spirit Island and Branch and Claw, those are all getting made by a factory in China called Leah. They're Leah Manufacturing. And then the wooden tokens, the special premium token pack, that's being made by a different factory in China called Panda Manufacturing, and we use them for several projects, so they're really good too. Those will come over and be shipped to us at the same time, and then the broken token stuff is being made at in the broken token. I wanted to call it a factory, but it's not really a factory. But they're based in California, so I think those are all the places that things are coming from. Am I right?
The playmats were also made. Yeah.
Who made the playmats?
It's a company in the U.S. I'm not sure what company they are, but it's yeah.
Oh, it's that. I know which company it is. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, "How have the last couple of weeks been?" Weird, good but weird. Mm-hmm. I think that's how everyone feels, probably. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's your favorite new spirit based on personal preference for playstyle, theme, etc.?
Volcano.
Yeah. I love the look of Volcano. So, what is it? Starlight.
Seeks its form.
Starlight seeks its form. I really love the art of that, and also like the conversations that went into what that spirit means to us, and like what we wanted to like what the art is supposed to project, and all of those things. So like that spirit has a lot of thoughtfulness. I mean, they all do, but that one specifically, I saw a lot of the thoughtfulness for it. Mm-hmm. And so I'm excited to play it. I don't know if I'll actually like the spirit that much because it's not my normal play style, but I like the idea of it a lot.
Yeah, for me, it's probably some combination, somewhere between Starlight and Shifting Memory. Like Shifting Memory is surprisingly easy, but at the same time, like its combo power is so high, and I love the spirit combos.
Whereas I'm a simple man of simple pleasures. I like exploding. Volcano explodes.
Blow things up.
Yeah, that would normally be my pick if I didn't like if I didn't know the background of Starlight so well. That would be my pick. Yeah. Ooh, man, but there's a lot that based on the art alone, I'm like, oh, you're a little weird. I like you. Like the monkeys that are in the tree.
The trickster.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That one looks really good. I don't know. They all look really good. We'll have to like play through them, obviously.
For a while, because its name is Grinning Trickster Stirs Up Trouble. One of the things that Christopher wanted to rename it was Trickster Speaks with Many Mouths, because things that have many, many mouths are way more disconcerting than things that smile at you all the time. Although I suppose something that smiled at you with many mouths all at the same time would be even more disconcerting.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm glad that we didn't go with many mouths. Ugh. that would definitely freak me out. I would be upset every time I had to work on the Kickstarter. I'd be like, oh, do I have to?
Yeah. Definitely just combine all the cards together, like the new minor and major powers. It just gives you more variety. There's going to be, slightly more randomness in whatever sense, but it also means that the strategy of just like churning through the deck trying to get specific power cards is not as viable, which is kind of
Exactly.
nice because it's not as fun, honestly.
Yep. Yeah, I'm always a fan of just mixing everything together and seeing how it goes. That's how I play Medium too, which is our mind reading party game. I know that I'm supposed to sort through the decks and like all the decks go together in a certain way, but I just want to throw them all together and see what happens. Okay, so let's play through this turn and then we'll answer. I almost said a weird word, spork. I'm just gonna say spork's question.
Okay. I think Braceway already knew what he wanted to do with Words of Warning.
Yes, Words of Warning is going to hit in land number 2, where there's all those things happening at once, and I'm going to see what I can do about that. Also, I want to see how the game handles simultaneous damage on the digital version.
Mm-hmm. All right. Maggie, do you...
Maggie. So overgrown and then in a night. I don't think that there's anywhere target land has your presence and invaders. Actually, there is. So I could just add 3 fear, which I think is good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let's just use that to add 3 fear to the fear pool.
Okay. There we go.
And it's going to be really interesting because this is not going to be a game where we're going to be getting a ton of fear early on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that might be worth it for that purpose, since I do get to place 2 presents every turn, so
right, yeah.
We'll see if that works.
Mm-hmm. And then where would you like to defend to?
Oh.
That's same land, question mark?
Yeah, I think that's the best option for me.
Right, it's only range 1 from you, so it's only, and there's only that wetland and this other wetland, which has a number that the invader's hiding, of wetland 1.
1.
But that one's taken care of.
Yeah, let's do wetland 6.
All right, and then I get to pick one of you to repeat one of your power cards with a energy cost of 1 or less.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
That means that I could completely defend that area and kill everything.
Mm-hmm.
I would request that.
Yeah.
I was prepared to sacrifice, but if I don't have to, that's even better.
So it just automatically did the thing, it looks like.
Nice.
Maggie, do you want to allow this ravage that will do nothing?
Wait, sorry. Say what?
Do you want to allow this ravage, which will do absolutely nothing, or would you like to lose your presence?
No, I don't want to lose a presence. Allow it.
Cool. Fantastic. They're building in the jungles. Everything looks horrible. Maggie, do you want to allow this build in this jungle 4 here, or do you want to lose a presence to stop them from building it a town?
Lose the presence to stop it.
Done.
Thank you.
And they're exploring into the mountains and the jungles because we are on
a bird power turn. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So here's a question. Do you want me to work on clearing out the jungle near your sacred site there, or should I go up into the mountain area and see what I can do in land number, it looks like 6?
That's a good question. So that partially depends on... So I can gather 2... So I have my Rituals of Destruction this turn, and I can gather 2 Dahan somewhere. I cannot gather a 3rd Dahan somewhere. So if there's something that comboed that got the Dahan next to one of my 2 sacred sites, or in this one, that would be shiny. But also whatever is most efficient.
So here's the problem. If I gather a bunch of Dahan into land number 3, I'm going to kill everything in land number 3.
And so then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a big fan of that. Like, honestly, right? They're going to ravage and then build and then ravage again in the jungle. So I think if you can deal with that, that's probably more.
I can deal with one of them. It's just a matter of which one you want me to deal with, is what I'm saying. Is it more helpful to deal with 6 or 3?
Do 3. I already have a sacred site in 6, so yeah.
Not that 6. 6 on my board, way up in the corner.
Oh yeah. That I don't have an answer for.
All right, in that case, I'm going to do 6 up in the corner because I don't like giving them bastions like that.
Okay.
Especially since if they add blight, I'm going to have to sacrifice a presence, and I don't want to. So I'm going to use Gather the Warriors, and we're going to gather up to 1 Dahan per heir that I have in that land. So in that land, gather up to 1, 2, 3 Dahan.
And you said 6, the mountain 6?
No, I can't read things very well because it's a little bit blurry. So there's a forest up in the top corner.
8, you got
it.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And pull presents, the 2 from the sands, and then there's another one from the sands. And my presence is going to go along with them. And then we're going to do Manifestation of Power and Glory, where each Dahan deals damage equal to the number of presence in target land.
And you have 6 damage, so I'm assuming you want to kill the city and the town.
City, town, explorer.
Nice.
Then you said you could gather some Dahan into that jungle there?
I can gather, up to 2.
If you can do that, if you can pull them from the wetlands there, I can do some. I can do some work with Lead the Furious Assault. It's not going to be doing a ton, but it's going to be doing something.
All right. I'm also gathering an explorer from this mountain 8, just to.
Yeah, makes sense.
Just to have dealt with that mountain, basically.
And pull my presence along with it, please.
All right.
And then I've got Lead the Furious Assault. And we're going to be destroying a town because there are currently 2 town there.
All right. I don't have a space to do a great Rituals of Destruction. That's interesting. So basically, I am choosing. I think I'm going to do this land 6 here because that will it's not going to do anything next turn, but it will deal with it. Like it's going to ravage and then build. That means I'll just build another town.
Yeah, no, that's a fine idea.
Yeah.
Oh, it has to be a land with Dahan.
Has to have Dahan and all. Yeah. So never mind. So I'm just going to work on this land 3 over here. And that's too far away for Maggie to do anything, so I'm just telling 2 explorers. All right, Maggie. You get to do some damage.
Okay, I do. So wherever I do it, I also want it to be. I should have unlocked. Yeah, I've unlocked number 1 on my innate powers, so I want it to be range 0 of a sacred site.
Which I
so
think.
So I can do 2 damage.
I think so that's the option. There. Yeah.
That's where it's happening.
Nice. And we got a fear card.
Yay!
Excellent.
Yeah.
I am doing reclaim.
All right.
So I'm gonna gain. I'm gonna gain a minor power card.
All right. Can you see those okay, or do you need some?
I can see. I can see the symbols, which is mostly what I care about. I think that I want the bottom, right? Whatever the serpent-y thing is.
That's the gift of power. Target spirit may gain a power card, a minor power card.
Ooh, that seems like pretty good.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, cool.
Done.
Go with it. And then I get a place of presence.
You do.
What do I have going on? I only have one both of those are sacred sites right now, right?
Right, so those are both sacred sites. Currently, they're ravaging and then building here. They're also doing that stuff in these mountains, or they're building in these 2 mountains, and they're ravaging and then building in this jungle.
Well, and I have the card that lets me place them by one. Okay. I think that let's do. Let's place it in the jungle that's below my wetlands already.
I'm down here.
Yeah, I think that I'll do that, and then I'll play the card that lets me add a presence immediately, so I can make it a sacred site and stop some stuff happening there.
And you want energy or card plays?
Let's do card plays.
Done.
Thank you.
Reclaiming and getting some power cards.
Minors or majors?
Both minors.
All right.
Okay, I can play 2 cards, and I've got 2, so with that.
Let's go with Call for Bloodshed.
And then the other minor.
Both of those defensive cards were quite nice, but not what I wanted. And Call the Dahan Ways, but we're going to go with Quicken the Land Struggles. That makes everything much easier this turn.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so... All right, and I can... Okay, Braithwaite, I can deal with this jungle up here just by defending there.
Okay.
If that's useful for you.
That does change slightly what I was going to do, but that's not a bad thing.
Right, like I mean, I could maybe do something else instead. This jungle down here, I have no solution for. But I'm going to defend and see what happens. Okay. Also, other options are completely viable, so.
Yeah, I'm going to try and focus on the 2 mountains in my board. I think I can definitely get one of them with sudden ambush, but I don't have a plan for the second one. Might do Call to Bloodshed.
I have no plan for my mountains right now. That was not clear to anyone.
That definitely happens.
So, what about your new favorite aspects for base spirits? I actually haven't really looked at the aspect cards that much, so I cannot answer this question.
So one of the ones that my favorite one is actually one that didn't make it in. It was one for Shadow's Flicker.
I remember you talking to me about that one, actually.
I loved it. It basically let you teleport people between your sacred sites, and there was a fun thing you could do where if Ocean was playing and you managed to get a presence in the ocean, you could essentially like permanently teleport invaders that were in your sacred sites directly into the ocean.
That's kind of cool. I like that.
That is pretty good, yeah.
But I mean, there were other fun things you could do with it, like shuffling people around. It was just, I enjoyed it a great deal.
Alex, do you have a favorite aspect? You've played with the aspects a little, right?
A little bit, yeah. My favorite is actually probably the river one that's basically becomes the Dahan boats, where you can basically shuffle the Dahan along the river.
That's kind of cool. That's pretty cool. And then the next question was, anyone have a link to that that shows what's being worked on? And then they found the Trello board immediately after that. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. I think it's like a very commendable thing that they're showing people their Trello board and showing people like exactly what they're working on. Man, our Trello boards are a mess. I would not. I would not.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the quote there. I would not. But good for them. Could we maybe get full-sized art from the cards and other assets from the game, or maybe a virtual art book? The art style is really great, but the pics are just too tiny. We can look into it. So if you request art, we're pretty good at giving it to people, as long as our only request or requirement is that you don't profit off of whatever we give you. But we can see about maybe doing a virtual art book. We might have, between projects, we might have enough time to put something together, but it's kind of hard. It just kind of depends on where it gets slated. And sometimes adding extra projects just isn't possible based on what we're currently working on. So I'd have to talk to the design team.
Alex, I'm going to pick Sudden Ambush and Call to Bloodshed.
Absolutely.
Is that, and you are defending that jungle with my Sacred Site?
Yeah, it's basically I'm choosing one of these things to defend. So if like that lets you do something useful, go for it.
Lets me take care of both mountains before they can build.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That seems good enough for me.
Or lets me take care of one mountain before it can build, and then another mountain after it builds.
Right. So basically, this jungle down here, it's going to die. I'm going to lose presence. But yeah, I can deal with that, and then this will be a problem for next turn.
Yep.
I'm going to play Overgrow in a night and stem the flow of fresh water.
Cool. And that is all of our card plays. So like I said, I will guard the land over here.
Thank you much. I'm going to Sudden Ambush the mountain. It looks like mountain number 6.
Yeah, the one with the Dahan.
And then we're going to pull the Dahan from the forest and my presence along with it.
All right. And Maggie, we're going to overgrow into that jungle. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
And you want...
Yeah. Let's do card play.
All right. And where would you like to defend?
What's my defend? It's defend 2?
It's to defend 2, range 1 from...
Oh, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will it make a difference? It won't really make a difference in the mountains, right?
So they're only building the mountains. Where if you did it in this jungle, then you wouldn't have to lose a presence there.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay.
Because I think that's the only useful places they can reach are the jungles or the mountains, and those are the only ones.
All right, so then I've got this Enticing Splendor. Gather an explorer or town. I feel like that probably can solve. Yeah, so I guess I'll just solve this mountain down here that's already blighted by making this other place that much worse. Oh, each player removes an explorer or town from a land with a sacred site.
Nice.
Oh, that's rather nice.
That actually solves this one right here. I can just remove this town, and then it'll just build a town next turn.
Why don't I remove the town from the sacred site that's terrible?
Down here?
Yeah.
Done.
Removing an invader from there doesn't help us, right?
Oh, wow. So if we had... actually, if I undo my removing the other town, and if we both remove explorers from here, then it won't blight.
That sounds like a plan.
That sounds like a better plan. Yeah. Good job.
Nice. Yeah, that was... yeah. Turns out removing the explorer there made things more complicated. And Maggie, up here, you were allowing the Ravage because that won't do anything. But then down here, you are stopping the Ravage. Is that correct?
Correct.
Cool.
Almost kill that city.
Right, I was going to say, is there anything that either of you are doing slow that could kill the city?
No.
I only have 2 damage.
Okay, then I will just kill the Explorer.
Yeah, I'm very focused on my board right now.
Yeah, I think it was out of range for you, yeah.
Yeah, it's out of range, and also, like, I haven't been paying attention to my moons.
Yeah. Maggie, do you want to stop a build up here?
Yeah, I probably do.
Okay.
It's probably a good idea.
They're exploring into the wetlands, but they also get to add towns to lands.
No.
Phrase fight, where would you like a town?
Good question. Go ahead and put it in number 5, since I already have a presence and a Dahan there. I might be able to do something with it next turn.
Maggie, where would you like a town?
Well, I can actually kill it off almost immediately if I wanted to. So, place it in that wetlands.
The one with your sacred
Yeah,
site?
that one.
Done.
Thank you.
And I will place a town up here in this mountain because it's actually already defended for the Ravage, I think.
Cool.
Yeah. And then we'll figure that out at some point.
All right.
All right. I have no slow powers.
I'm going to use my innate Gather the Warriors in land number 3, question mark?
On your board?
That mountain. Land number 1, I'm sorry, on my board.
Yeah, absolutely.
And pull them from the other mountains. And then we are going to call to bloodshed and kill off that. And kill off the town.
You got
Nice.
it.
I'm going to use my 2 slow to kill off that town that I just placed. Thank you.
Yeah.
We have new questions. So it says, Spork says, what are your favorite 2 spirit combinations to tackle high-level adversaries? I'm not well versed at any of high-level adversaries. I just like I like a fear victory, and I like how fast the game goes when you do a fear victory. And I like the challenge of getting one because it is hard. So Shadows flicker like flame, and what's the fire puppy's name? Heart of the Wildfire? Yeah.
I actually really like Rampant Green and Serpent because Rampant Green can speed Serpent up and then also sort of defend for the first part of the game, and then Serpent can just kind of blow everything up at the end of the game.
Yeah, I really like Sharp Fangs and Ocean. It's tricky, but they're both really fun to play, and they synergize well.
And then the other question we have is, has anyone played Finder of Paths Unseen? Do you have any tips? If so, just printed them out to play today. I have not.
It's been over a year, I want to say, so I don't remember that one very well.
Is Paths Unseen one that we've released a video for?
No, we haven't released a video for it, but we did release the print and play.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, I was hoping that if we had the Spirit Spotlight, I would point them towards it, but I couldn't remember.
Writing that one's going to be interesting. It's a tricky spirit. Honestly, the best advice I can give for playing Finder is to just look for weird interactions with weaving the lands together and with adjacency, because if they can't explore into lands or if they can't move between lands unless you want them to, it makes things really interesting. Like if you're playing alone, it's just going to be bizarre. But if you're playing with anybody else, the amount of movement you can give with Finder and the weird interactions, especially since Finder is the only one that allows you to move cities, it just opens up some very cool combinations. Greg asked me really how so. I don't know what that is in reference to.
Same. I was about to ask you if you knew. And then someone let us know their personal favorites are Thunder and Lightning and Serpent. What is BODA?
Dreams and Nightmares.
Dreams and Nightmares. Thank you. I looked at that for a really long time. I was like, D and N. What is this? How was Many Minds plus Sharp Fangs in playtesting?
About as awesome as you would think. They go really well together. They're both beast-focused spirits, so you'd think that they would be really fun together, and they are. They have different strengths. Many Minds tends to be much more defensive. Sharp Fangs obviously is much more offensive, and that's one of the reasons. The only thing that can trip people up is that because of the interactions, many mines needs clusters of beasts, and Sharpfangs actually want small roving gangs. They can actually go against each other if they don't coordinate really well, because you don't want to pull each other out of position.
I also want small roving gangs of beasts.
Like my
Greg
cats.
Reynolds, he addressed it. So he said, really how so, and in relation to Ocean and Sharpfangs working well together.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that means that he doesn't believe you, or if he doesn't believe that it's tricky.
Right. No. It's partly because one of the starting cards for Sharpfangs allows you to chase people, and so you can chase people directly into the ocean. And it also has a starting card that prevents builds, and so you can sort of help Ocean out in the places inland where it can't deal, and sort of like steadily push people out to towards the oceans. The one thing that you have to worry about with that combination is, as the land gets blighted, Sharpfangs is going to be more limited because they don't have several of its cards are restricted to lands exclusively without blight. So you just have to pay attention to that and look for opportunities to like harry people and push them around. And Ocean is Ocean.
And Ocean is Ocean.
Ocean is Ocean.
How insightful.
That's a philosophical thing.
That's what I was going to say. Okay, I'm going to pick the middle growth option to add a presence and gain an extra card play, even though I'm not going to need it. So, actually, I do have 3 cards. And then I'm going to pull from... I'll pull from the energy track. And I'm going to place... Oh, let's place in a mountain. Which mountain is really bad on my board? Both of them? Oh, yeah.
This one's worse. This one just has a town and explorer. This one has a city, a town and explorer.
Okay, let's place one there and then place another one also from my energy track there.
Second one has to be jungle or wetlands.
Oh, shoot. You're right. Look at you go. Let's do the jungle.
Does that change your plan for the first one?
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it super does actually.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that, because otherwise I would have just left it. Man, I can make that jungle a sacred site again, and then place another one in a different jungle. I'm trying to decide.
Yeah, I mean, you do have stuff range 1 from your sacred sites, so.
Yeah. Yeah, let's place in the jungle that's above me further. I can't see what number it is.
This one way up here.
Oh, the one that's like totally clear. Actually, let's place in your jungle that's like real ugly looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then again.
All right.
Oh, am I not in range?
Oh, no, you can be here. Because you just have to do this growth option first. And then you can place there. And then when you do the other growth option, then you can place there again.
Nice. And I'm going to play all my cards. So
great.
Cool. Somebody's going to need a minor power. And also presence.
Hopefully, I'm hoping I can steal the presence and I can hit my trigger so that I can get 2 presents out of it.
Alex, what I would like is if you could do the second growth option for me. And I want to make a sacred site in land number 7 on your board.
On my board, this the sands here.
Sands. Both from the top track, please.
You got it. And do you know what your card plays are?
I'm still thinking about that. Get back to me.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm reclaiming cards. I'm adding presence up to 2 away. I know I'm going to... So this is a tricky choice for me here. I have 2 card plays. I could have 3 card plays, but I would still only have 3 energy. But I could... So I couldn't do any of my good... So I think I'm going to actually take energy for this. I know next turn I'll be able to have lots of card plays and lots of energy. Because I'm being greedy with Maggie's card.
Okay, I don't mind. I think that you should be.
Hopefully I will then turn that around for like every turn after this turn and be very selfless with giving people extra powers. Let's see. Presence.
Anytime someone says Waka Waka, I think of the song by that lady whose name escapes me right now.
How very specific.
I know. I can't believe I forgot her name just then. Shakira. I think it's the Shakira song, and I'm sure that is not what he's referencing. You don't know what Africa? I don't know what the
I would assume that we're talking about Fozzie Bear.
I was going to say either Fozzie Bear or the Pac-Man noise.
Yes, Fozzie Bear.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Waka 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 waka.
No,
you don't know this?
Pac-Man does. I know that Pac-Man does. I didn't know that Fozzie Bear. I don't know who
Waka
that is.
Waka.
You don't know who Fozzie Bear is? Oh, you sweet summer child.
I think that it has to do with Yogi Bear.
No,
not even kind.
No,
no. They're not. Yeah, it's a Muppet.
Oh.
It's a Muppet? Wow.
Yes, Fozzie Bear is a Muppet.
I literally had no idea. I never watched the Muppets. I don't know much about them.
Never have I felt more like Statler and Waldorf than I do at this moment.
Are those the old grumpy men?
They are.
Yes.
I knew that.
Everything is terrible, and I'm tempted to let it stay being terrible.
I mean, I don't have a whole lot of choices. I played everything that I could play. So.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah. I'm just trying to decide if I want to
true.
spend 3 energy to defend 4 is basically what it comes down to, or to stop them from doing things.
Waka Waka was the Pac-Man noise, not Shakira, just so everyone knows.
I'm just playing Voice of Thunder this turn. Need to conserve for a little bit, and things are somewhat quiet on my home front.
So you are not playing a second card?
I don't have anything that I really need to play at the moment.
Okay. That is
or that I can afford to.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could play my 2 defensive cards with no targets, and that's just not what I want.
Yeah, no, that's completely legitimate. I'm not saying it's a mistake. I'm just saying it's a choice.
I want to conserve energy for next turn because I'm going to try and get into that problem area and just do a massive kill all the things turn. Or something. I'm not actually 100% sure.
Somebody wants to know what song I was thinking of. Hang on, I'm going to pull it up on my Spotify. I'm not going to play it because I don't know what that would do to the internet. And also, might be like illegal or something. I'm not sure. YouTube is very, very strict on things. But I will put the name in chat once I find it. It's literally called Waka Waka. Like that is the name of the song.
See, I can't help but think that we're gonna find out later that the song is actually not named that and has that sound nowhere in it, and this is just an artifact of Maggie's imagination.
It's there. Oh,
well, we can't read that. We cannot read that.
Absolutely not.
Dang it! I'm not wrong.
Maggie, will you let me proliferate a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Are there any arts from the core set of or Branch and Claw that depict spirits that are planned for future expansions? No, because for a lot of very specific reasons, a lot of the time we don't know what the art is for the new spirits yet, and we're not using the same artists all the time. We use a bunch of different artists. It'd be really hard to do Easter eggs for spirits, at least.
And then, Maggie, where would you like to defend 4?
Where can I reach? It has to be range 1 of a sacred site.
Yeah.
That's not a sacred site anymore. Dag nabbit.
You could do number 7 in the mountains on your board.
Yeah, I think I might. I was gonna try and do the other mountain, but I can't reach it. So yeah, that's good.
Okay. It's just gonna be a bad turn. That's fine.
It's alright, guys. I failed.
Let them choose for me. So this one cascades.
Yeah,
does Nolan have any art in Jagged Earth? I think he does, right?
Nolan? I don't think so. I don't think he's had time. I think since he started his own company, he's been very busy.
That might be true. Yeah. So Nolan Nasser, who Greg Reynolds is referring to in chat, did a lot of art for Spirit Island core game.
I would prefer that you do not add that blight there, because then I'll have to kill off a presence, because I think that still counts as blight added from Ravage. Although I'm not actually sure about that.
Yeah, I'm thinking that
Go ahead and do it, and let's find out.
Well, that sand is completely fine.
Okay.
Nolan started his own company. That was the last thing I was going to say. It's called Deepwater Games. It's a really cool company. They're the English publishers of Welcome 2 and a bunch of other cool games. And the next game they're coming out with, Alex and I played a lot because we were on some live streams with them last month, called Monstrosity. I always say it wrong.
Yeah.
Monstrosity.
Yeah, what if I told you that that's not their next game coming out, or the game after that, but it's their third to next game coming out?
So the
I know.
Just need to know that it's a game that's coming out in the future. Monstrosity.
It is super
Before
cool.
That
though.
will be Sovereign Sky and Floor Plan.
Yeah.
All right. So Alex has to know those things because he's an account manager, and that is what that means.
And I don't at all, because it's not a game that I'm playtesting.
That's true.
He did most of the art for Fate of the Elder Gods, which also is hanging up in my office. I like creepy, spooky things. Do you guys know if we will get to see Shrouds of Silent Mist or Fractured Days Split the Sky before the release of Jagged Earth, since we have seen all the other spirits? Have we not seen those?
They've been featured in Kickstarter updates in terms of like looking at some of their stuff, but they haven't had spotlights yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's specifically what's been.
Yeah. I guess, do you mean in the Kickstarter updates, or do you mean in Spirit Spotlights?
Maggie, would you like
also, you need to make a decision about that.
Yeah.
Oh, I need to make a decision?
You do. Would you like to keep this land from blighting horribly and destroying both of our presents by losing one of your presents?
No, yeah, we'll destroy one of my presents.
Yeah.
I'm actually pulling up the Kickstarter to double check. I feel like we featured everything, so I will link in the chat. Why is this being so weird? Where I think we've covered them. Once I can pull up Kickstarter. My internet might be running too slowly because I'm doing too many other things, but we'll see.
Maggie, would you like to let them build in this wetlands or lose a presence?
Lose a presence.
Done.
I mean, that's the whole point.
Yeah, this turn was very ugly for us. In case anyone missed that, we blighted the island. A bunch of things built. It just looks a lot worse than it did a second ago. Wraithfight, where would you like them to add a town? They are exploring into the mountains.
Yeah, this is rather nasty. Go ahead and put it in land number 3, the jungle.
You got it.
Cat
Maggie,
off the desk.
Where would you like them to build a town?
Where would I like them to build a town?
Yeah.
Nowhere. Oh wait, but I can repeat this power twice, so I can just kill it off immediately as long as it's in a sacred state. Or range. It's just this range 0, so it doesn't even have to be a sacred site. It just needs to be
your wetlands here again?
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Here's.
Let's go with Saints.
Alright, this is going to be a problem.
So we're looking at wetlands for ravaging at this point. Again, range 1 for my sacred site. I can gather 2 and then do 5 damage. So I could, if it works with you, Braithwaite, I can basically clean this up.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's use my gather the warriors, and we'll gather up to 1 Dahan per wind that I have.
I believe you don't.
I do. It only takes 1. Never mind. I don't.
Yeah. Yes,
in that case, I can Voice of Thunder and do it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm going to Voice of Thunder in the jungle up top, land number, I want to say 8. And we'll push those into there. And take my presence along with it.
All right, and then I will load that up.
For those 2 spirits, we have only seen a version of the spirit panel, but not the starter cards. So we have only a partial idea of how the spirits work. There's a part of me that wants to say that I don't know that we always show the starter cards during the trying to think of the word for the spirit updates. We haven't shown all of the starter cards, right?
No, we don't always.
Yeah, so no, we probably won't be covering it again. It certainly isn't planned currently to. I can talk to Eric about it and see, but I'm guessing that he's probably going to say, no, everyone can just wait.
All right. Just sort of thinking ahead here.
Yeah, it's just like, which town do you want to destroy, I guess? I can also, once again, I still have my push, gather up to 2, explore, Dahan, if you are like, there's a town somewhere else, but I'm not sure there is, question mark?
I think I'm going to grow into land number 2 on the coast and see what I can do about that. Then, man, like, I'm taking care of my own area, but getting into other areas is proving to be tricky.
Okay, what if I... Oh, that's interesting. So, like, I could draw the Fruitful Earth, and I could pull... like, I could pull your presence from this jungle here into this mountain, but then you're still right on this edge, right?
Yeah. That's not a bad thing. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah. Or I could do... like, if you want to get way further south, I could do this jungle here, and I could pull out of these mountains so that they don't build. It just depends on where do you want to be.
No, I see what your point is.
Yeah.
I'd say actually, like, dealing with builds is more important now because we need to get some time to get back on our feet.
All right, so I will go there. I will, let's see. So I will gather that. I will gather one of those 2, and then I will gather those 2. And do you want to take your presence
please.
with it? Yep.
Yes.
Cool. Now we will all have presence in this nightmare jungle in the middle of the board.
I'll see what I can do about that one.
Yeah, it'll be
Same.
good. It's also not building or ravaging currently, so.
Yeah. All right.
So I've got a lead the Furious Charge to destroy a town somewhere.
Let's kill it off in the jungle. Land number 3.
All right, and then Maggie, I've got a few things from you. Gift of Power, you're giving someone a minor power. You can also push a town or 3 Dahan, and you can also destroy a range 0.
A town.
Yeah.
So who wants a minor card? Anybody?
I want someone to start getting majors probably in the next turn or 2, because I'm going to start being able to trigger... Like, I'll be getting cards one way or another, but I'm going to start triggering my higher level of Gifts of Strength, so...
Chris, why don't you take a minor power card, then you can ditch it to do a major later.
My main restriction with major powers is I'm a very low energy gain, but I can work around that.
Yeah.
I've got my option that gives me... my growth option that gives me energy, so I'll start working on that one.
Okay.
Gift of living energy, but that's mostly for other people, and that's not really the issue that we're having. Lure of the Unknown.
Done.
Always good to be able to push people around.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how I feel about that. So pushing the town. Are there towns in sorry, I just have a hard. I can't see the board very clearly. So there's a town
so
where I would
this
normally kill a town.
So this land 1 up here is where you are not present. You could definitely push that town out of there, and then that would take care of it.
Okay, let's do that then.
And where would you like it to go?
Let's push it into the sands.
All right.
Oops.
And then do you want to destroy a town in this land 6 that's the only town there, or do you want to do it something in this Nightmare Jungle?
Let's do it in the... what are we doing in the wetlands next? Is it...
Oh, we're ravaging in the wetlands, so it is an issue.
I guess it doesn't matter which one we do it in. Let's do it in the nightmare situation. Okay. I think that we should start clearing that out.
Cool, and we got a fear card.
I have to reclaim.
And we like a minor or a major?
Let's do minor. And the bottom, what is that called?
It's Nature's Resilience is the defend 6, and if you have 2 water, you can instead remove 1 blight.
Okay, and then oh, I know what that other one is. Yeah, let's do that one. I think that's probably my best bet.
Random fact: this art, there was a error in one copy of the one printing of the game where this art and a different art got swapped.
Yep, that's true. I remember there's a lot of talk about that, actually.
Yeah, it was very confusing for some reason.
And then placing a presence. Let's do it from my my card play track, and where do I not have a sacred site currently?
You do not currently have a sacred site. You only have 2 presents on the board.
Oh yeah, then let's make one of those a sacred site. Let's make that. Let's make the number 6 a sacred site.
They're both number 6. The jungle or the wetlands? Yeah.
The wetlands.
The wetlands.
Sorry,
you got it.
I couldn't see the other one's number.
Yeah. Just as a heads up, we are in the blighted island. Will make us each lose a presence every round.
Every round. Yeah.
Oof. Okay. Somebody asked, what are your other favorite asymmetrical board games? Mine is Root. That is very easy for me to say. I super enjoy Root.
Yeah, Root is fun.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's
favorites. Ooh, that's hard. There's a lot of really good asymmetrical board games. Probably Star Wars Rebellion. When you have time for a 4-hour game, but like also when doing that, War of the Ring, Twilight Imperium, Root is really good. Sentinels of the Multiverse.
Oh yeah, Sentinels. I assumed that it was like not greater than game ones. But...
yeah.
I mean, mine of those, mine would definitely be Sentinels. Like I like Root. Root is very cool, but Sentinels is the thing that I play on a almost daily basis.
Yeah, that's completely fair. Now I'm like looking at my other games to be like, what else is asymmetrical? Hero Realms is actually really cool and is asymmetrical once you get some of the expansions.
If you play it Vengeance style, does it become symmetrical?
No, because each person is still different pretty drastically.
Yeah, fair.
Assuming Spirit Island is asymmetrical, like within the definition that Spirit Island is asymmetrical, Sentinels is as well.
So John is back, Migrant P, John from Handelabra, says, I haven't played Root a lot, but enjoyed it when I did. Vast is pretty good. Vast is also pretty good and asymmetrical. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't say Sentinels is asymmetric, is what he says.
Right. So it depends. It depends on how your definition is. Right. Is each player drastically doing different things, or is like what level of variable player power is asymmetrical?
I'd like the second growth option while we're discussing these things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have we tried Aeon's End? I have not tried Aeon's End. John certainly has. So
There's a digital version.
Yeah.
One from top, one from bottom. One in land number 2 on my board. And then we're also going to go in... Could you pan down, please?
Absolutely.
Tempted to go into land number 1. I don't really have a plan for that. Yeah, let's also go into land number 1. I think we might have to reorder exactly how we did it, but it should still work out fine.
Yeah, that works.
Oh, wow. Somebody asked us a really good question. What jobs did each of you have before starting at Greater Than Games? I worked at Riley Children's Hospital in Indianapolis as in part of their psych ward as patient education and admin. And before that, I also worked in healthcare marketing. So
I was a research librarian at the Department of Education.
What a nerd!
For many years.
I was a server at Dewey's Pizza most recently before Greater Than Games.
The best pizza in St. Louis, maybe?
Absolutely isn't. You are completely
in
another.
Are you talking about Pizza Head right now? Is that what you're going to tell me?
Yes.
Okay,
so Pizza Hut's really good, but
different
Dewey's got
types.
Like so many options.
Right, like I prefer Dewey's. It's different.
Pizza.
It's different styles of pizza.
Have you had it?
I've had it. It's fine. It's just not like
it's
real
different
pizza.
styles. It's not New York style pizza. It is not New York style pizza.
Thank you.
It is.
Now I really want Pizza Head. I haven't had that.
Yeah.
In like years, months.
This is why I learned to make my own. Like it's just everything here is just a little bit wrong.
I like pastry crust better than New York style. So it really is just preferences.
Yeah. I do agree with everything here is just a little bit wrong. Everything in St. Louis is just a little bit off of what is right.
Yeah.
What are we doing? What game are we playing? What's happening?
Who knows?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide. I'm going to be dumb and take a major power, I think. Which is probably not dumb at all. But oh, look, I got one of the Thunder Speaker ones.
Ah, curses.
I know what I was trying to do. I was trying to decide what I was going to do.
We don't need, like, blight's fine, right? I'm going to just poison things.
So Migrant Pete was talking about a pizza argument for the rest of the stream, and one of the funny things is when I got here and started working for Greater Than Games, Matt Kroll was very, very happy because finally there was somebody else that he could have pizza opinions with because we're both from the East Coast.
It's not as if other people didn't have pizza opinions.
They had incorrect pizza opinions.
Had similar pizza opinions.
I don't think anyone that works at Greater Than Games will admit that they enjoy St. Louis style pizza because no one should enjoy St. Louis style pizza.
Oh, it's Sarah. Sarah has strong feelings about that in the opposite direction.
Yeah, she's in hiding because she hasn't. She
loudly states that whenever it comes up.
That's funny. Yeah, St. Louis style pizza is bad.
Isn't
okay? Yes. Isn't there a pizza style there that's like on a cracker, basically?
Yes.
So St. Louis style pizza is very, very thin crust that's like basically a wafer cracker, and it has a sweet sauce, and then there's a St. Louis cheese that is specific to the region of St. Louis, and no one asked them to do this. They had no reason to make that cheese, but they did. It's called Provel, and it's like
it's provolone and Swiss. It's a mixture of provolone and Swiss, and they use that on pizza.
Like it tastes like plastic.
Yeah,
like
it's ketchup on a cracker covered with plastic. It's
salty plastic.
Utter garbage.
I'll give it that. Oh, it's so bad. When I first moved here, I'm going to keep going with this tangent a little bit. When I first moved here, I moved to the Italian neighborhood of St. Louis, and I was like, this is great. I'm going to order pizza. I'll like live my life.
So I'm going to take words of warning and manifestation of power and glory just like really quick so we can
I'm going to do Overgrown a night, and overgrown tonight, and do you guys want gifts of power or gifts of proliferation?
What do you
I
need,
just put them in.
Chris, from her at this point?
Power is minor powers, yeah?
Yeah.
Proliferation is going to be more in handy right now because I'm working on my bottom track to get to the Reclaim 1. If you allow me to repeat words of warning, I can take care of both coastal wetlands.
I mean, that sounds awesome.
Okay, so my final note on this is that I moved to the Italian neighborhood thinking that I would get really good Italian pizza, and instead it was St. Louis Italian pizza or St. Louis style pizza. And so like I literally the first night that I moved here had this like nice little pizza pie for myself, and I took a bite and I called my mom and I started crying. I was like, Mom, this place is terrible. What have I done?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I was a baby. That was my first time not living around family. So I was like, this is the biggest mistake I've ever made. They don't even have good pizza here. Yeah. Anyways, so back to the game.
Maggie, what do you want for your third card?
Oh, shoot, I can do a third card.
Yeah.
I will do Gifts of Power then.
You got it.
And I can get, 3 moons. Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, and
I'm happy you're happy.
And Braithwaite, you said it's just words of warning that you need?
Words of warning on both coastal wetlands.
Yes, cool. So I won't worry about hitting this higher tier this turn. So I will give you that, and then words of warning there, and words of warning there.
Yay!
All right, and Maggie, you were giving proliferation to Braithwaite?
Braithwaite, you're the one that wanted it, right?
Yes, please. And from the bottom track, so I can start playing 3 cards a turn.
Yeah, where would you like it?
Done and done.
Gosh, that's a good question. It's 1 away from my current presence.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it in... Actually, let's just make a sacred site in the bottom wetlands there. Start moving them around.
Done. Maggie, where would you like to overgrow?
Wherever I didn't put a sacred site before. So the other...
That one.
Yeah.
And top or bottom track? I'm not sure it actually matters because he'll just play the other one next turn.
Yeah, let's do bottom track.
You got it.
Sorry, the one that you didn't pick. I was looking away when you grabbed it.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. Like, saying it wasn't useful was not very helpful.
Yeah.
And where would you like to defend to? They're ravaging in wetlands.
What's the situation?
You don't have a lot
Parents are
of
gone
options.
for a week's vacation.
Yeah. So for things, we don't know what's going to happen. Honestly, your best option might be this one, because we have a fear card, and if something let us get rid of one explorer there, then you wouldn't have to lose a presence for it.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
So before making digital board games, Handelabra made various apps, and before Handelabra, John worked at a consulting company doing various things, and before that, a virtual assistant startup.
Oh, nice.
I assume everyone who works in a consulting company is just a hitman.
I know. That's what I was watching Hotel Artemis last night, which is all about hitmen. And yeah, that's basically. Yup.
Let's see. Where do I...
Although I met John, and no offense to John, I don't think he could kill a person.
All right.
Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Ish,
now my
I should
game
say.
is freezing. I figured out. I'm pretty sure it's something. It's the Windows. It's like the Windows game bar, which cannot be deleted, removed from your computer, or disabled, is like causing the lag spikes.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we all get to lose a presence.
Oh yes, fun times.
Wow, what is happening? Hang on. Okay. We're good.
Yeah, because downward spiral.
Take it from wetlands number 5 in my board.
Done.
I
I'll
will
do that
take it.
there as well.
Gersh. If I take it from I'll take it from the one that I just put it in.
In the jungle.
We'll see how that goes.
All right.
Oh
Maybe
no,
this-
sorry about the other one. It's cool.
You mean you want it from the wetlands?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay. You will probably lose your other presence there if you do, just FYI, because
Okay, never mind then. Yeah, do
because
it the way you did it.
the fear card might fix that, but we don't know for sure.
Yeah, do it the way you did it then.
Okay.
Or the game will freeze.
Or the game will freeze, yeah.
And then we'll just yell about pizza for another
Right.
30 minutes.
Well, I had to go backwards. I had to go back a step, so I had to go back to the game freeze step.
Oh, did you? I'm so sorry.
No, it's not.
Uh,
All right.
yeah, John says nothing so exciting. Databases and GIS for schools, oil companies, government, and random stuff. So, no, he was not a hitman.
Each player
Of course,
removes
that is what a hitman would say.
Yeah, exactly.
One
I just
explorer
worried things.
from a coastal land.
Oh, and explore from a coastal.
Yeah. So
Building
like
in the mountains, yeah?
yeah. So
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
if
so
you're
Take
doing
it from that guy up top.
gone.
Thank you.
That mountain is gonna build no matter what. The one that I have that's coastal.
Yeah, that one will,
Yeah.
and that the wetland is going to die no matter what. I'm tempted to take it from this wetlands because that will just completely clear that out. After
Then do
this.
that.
Yeah.
Um.
This one's already dealt with. So basically, your options are this wetland here to just get removed for someone, or this jungle here or this mountain here to remove someone.
Let's do the mountain.
Explore on to all coastal lands.
Ugh,
Good thing we got rid of those guys.
that's a problem. Alright, how am I going to play this? Jungle sucks, but now that we've got a coastal full build and mountain ravage to deal with. Yeah. Alright, so I would like to use Gather the Warriors,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to pull as many as I can into land number, the mountain where you're defending for 3, up top.
This one here?
Yeah.
You want to come from the jungle or the wetlands first?
Let's go from the jungle first, and pull my presence, both of my presence from there, and one of my presence from the wetlands.
All right.
And we're not going to push anything. Then we're going to do manifestation of power and glory and annihilate everything in there.
Well, that's fixed.
And then finally, we're going to summon the warriors into probably the hateful jungle, because I think that's where I can do the most good.
Is that lead the furious charge?
Yeah.
Ironically, there are
There are no towns there.
There
okay.
are no towns there. Yeah.
Is there anywhere that I can do that? And I don't think there is.
Yeah, it has to be where your presence are, towns, and yeah, you have no presence where there are towns.
Oh well.
Yeah. Maggie, what would you like to destroy the city here? I think that's your one option for that creepers tearing the mortar.
Yep.
And then which one of us should get the minor power?
I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't really care. Whoever finds it more useful.
Yeah. Chris, it might be useful for me just so that I have hopefully getting more options for my elements to hit the higher tiers.
Yeah, go for it.
And of course, there are none with mountain and plant. That is okay. Mountain is most important. Or I could do plant and... Yeah, those elements are not friendly. We're just going to take them out. Okay. And then I can blow up one land. Which land should I blow up?
What are the range restrictions?
It's range 1 for me, so I can't do... Basically, I can't do this mountain up here. I guess I can't do any of these smaller ones, but it's like, do I want to do this nightmare place? Do I want to do this nightmare place? I probably don't want to do this nightmare place because we all have presence here.
It adds a blight, yeah.
It adds a blight, yeah. So possibly just this wetland?
I'd say land number 3. Yeah, I think that's probably the most appealing.
Great. And that is all of our farmers. We're only 1 fear card away from tier level 2.
That's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to need to reclaim.
I really want to reclaim. I don't need to. This is the problem. I want these cards that have the moons on them so I can do more damage. And
let's go for a major power first, and then we might take a minor power, depending on what else we get.
You have no options. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's very, very true. So we're going to go with Mists of Oblivion. No, we're going with Rapid Wings of Sunlight, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ditch Lure of the Unknown for that. And then we're going to get a minor power. And what have we got here? Both of those are pretty good. Mm-hmm. Encompassing Ward is looking not a bad choice. Yeah, I'm going to grab Encompassing Ward.
Done.
I'm going to do my middle growth option.
Add a presence and card play?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably
place
smart.
That last presence.
Yeah.
I'm going to place... So from here on out, I'm only going to be able to place in the wetlands and the jungles, correct?
No, you just have to... so on your... if the island is blighted, it costs 1 energy per destroyed presence that you add. So basically, you have to have energy saved from the previous turn, or you use your gain energy track to be able to place presence.
I think I get it. Okay. How many energy am I going to get on this turn? 3?
3, yeah.
Okay. Well, that'll work. So I'll place 1. Are they ravaging the mountains? Is that what I'm looking at?
They are ravaging the mountains, yeah.
Let's place...
Oh, I should mention too, choosing this growth option might not be the best for you right now, just because you can only add 1 presence no matter what, because you either gain energy here to be able to add a presence via this, or you add a presence via this. So you can't have any more card plays. You don't have enough cards to do more.
Yeah, then let's pick let's pick gain 1 power card plus 3 energy instead.
In terms of card plays, I'm going with Rapid Wings of Sunlight, Words of Warning, and Voice of Thunder. Perhaps unsurprisingly.
And Mackie, did you want a minor or a major power?
Minor. What is the one in the top left corner?
That is Lure of the Unknown. Braithwaite just discarded it, so we must have reshuffled the deck.
Yeah. That's probably my best option. Yep.
Done.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then, I do still get to place 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let's place... Oh, is that not a sacred site anymore, right? Because I removed a...
This one is a sacred site, but that's your only presence currently.
Okay. Then let's do the wetland that is number 8. Or not the wetland, the jungle.
We need to be really careful.
Nope.
Because we know we're going to lose a presence just because of the blight.
Yeah.
Yep.
The blighted land, and if Maggie loses all of her presence, then game over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I'm going to pay to... Can I do that now? The presence...
So basically what it was is if you did this one, you would have had no energy to pay to do this one. So you wouldn't have been able to do this one. So because you did this one, you actually had this spot left, and so you were able to do that one. Now you should be able to do this on future turns because if you save energy between turns.
Yep, got it.
But yeah, we need to be very careful about your potential to die. Yeah.
Oh, and I've got 3 cards tonight.
Oh yeah, and I think you can just play all 4 of your cards if you want to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can. I'll just play them all 4. Yep.
All right. I'm going to reclaim because I need some of my good stuff back. I'm placing a presence. They are ravaging in the mountains. Is there any? So that's... I cannot do anything about up there. That's probably... Or at least I can't do it quickly. Should I move that direction, or can someone else? Like none of us.
So I'm planning on doing my airdrop into land number that mountain right there.
That mountain, cool. So I won't worry about that. In that case, I'm looking at coasts. So yeah, so I'll just yeah. So this coast is basically dealt with. That coast is basically dealt with. So I will sort of move that direction, but slightly cautiously. And then I'm just going to be aggressively poisoning the land because that's what I do. And no one has anything that costs more than 3 still, so I just have to hit that second tier. Just needs another sun and a mountain. So, drought it is. I'm just going to poison the entire land, apparently.
Let's not run out of blight, please.
Yeah, okay, fine. I will do...
you can poison the land up to the point where we run out of blight, so don't do that.
No, we have 14 blight. It's fine. There's so much blight.
Okay, sure, yeah, no, everything's fine.
Like, we're not playing with any of the branch and claw low blight.
You always panic.
I don't like blighting the island. I try to avoid it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta crack a few eggs to make an omelet or something. Something along those lines.
Sure,
Things
yeah.
gotta get messy to get better.
Sometimes you've got to kill a few cities to make an omelet. I understand.
More than a few cities, ideally, but
yeah.
All right.
Yeah. No, I'm just going to try to blight the entire island. It's fine. I can, if I want, I can duplicate poison land, and I can blight 2 lands at a time.
It's the glee with which you say that worries me.
I mean, if everything's dead, we win. It's fine.
Yeah, John says there's 14. Poison away. Winky face.
I'm conspiring with monsters.
Yes, you are.
As if you didn't know that when we started the game.
I mean, true. All right.
Remember last time when Maggie was going to win with a glorious egg smash?
Yeah. Here, I'm going to gather this explorer into this mountain, which will mean that explorer will die and not build.
Alrighty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap in Wings of Sunlight. Once you're ready.
Oh yeah, you're good to go. And you said...
I'm going to wrap in Wings of Sunlight from land 5 in my board. But first I'm going to gather... Can I gather? Yeah, I'm going to gather those 2 Dahan from land number 6.
Yeah.
Actually pull 1 from land number 6 and a presence along with it.
I have to gather Dahan first.
Okay. Then also one from the mountain where there's just one explorer. And then we're going to pull some presents from...
Did you want the other...
We're done gathering Dahan.
Okay.
And then we're going to pull the presents from land number 6 along with it.
Oh, and you can only move one present from land 6 if you do that because you only pulled one Dahan from there.
Yeah,
Is that
I know.
okay?
I only want to pull one.
Okay. Perfect.
Then we're going to take them and plonk them down there. And my presence goes along with it. Then what's the defense I'd need on that?
So currently it's defense. You have 5 defend. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage currently.
So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to use Words of Warning to defend further 3 there.
I'm done.
Then, if I can repeat Wings of Sunlight, I can pull it from the mountain where you and I both have a sacred site.
And what are you hoping to do with that? So I was planning on double poisoning just to start clearing out the board, but if you have a better idea, I'm all for that.
I was going to put it up into the mountains on 6, I think it is, in my board, just to defend that and kill off those people.
Oh, that's just 1 blight, though.
Yes.
I can remove a blight this turn. Will that make you feel better? You poor cranky baby. Also, somebody asked us
Wow.
what difficulty
Yeah, I'm going to be selfish here.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Is what difficulty are we set to? I can't remember. I'm going to say the level and not the difficulty. I'm going to mess it up.
This is level 4, which is difficulty 7, I believe.
Yes, that's right. Thank you.
Oh, I can also make some stuff fast. That changes the calculus. All right. Can I do anything that changes anything? No, because I want to keep those Dahan in number 2 so that I can kill off the town after they build. I think I'm going to leave that in slow to react.
Okay. All right, Maggie, where would you like to lure and where would you like to nature's resilience?
So for lure, that might be hard. I didn't super have a plan. I just wanted the leaf and the moon. Where would it be useful to pull a town or an invader from that has no invaders, and we'll pull 2 where there are no invaders currently present?
So
maybe in the mountains.
So there's this.
You can do that one.
Yeah, this mountain up here is going to blight. The one that Braithwaite was sad about blighting, you could move the town out, and then it wouldn't blight.
Yeah, let's move the town out and move the town into the wetlands.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, why not? I was trying to decide what was better. There's no way to know. And then for nature's resilience, it's defense 6 or remove a blight. Yeah, there's limited options, but I think that's the best option.
Right.
To defend 6.
Yeah.
I will also get a defend 4 from my, I should say this before I use that card for it. I will also hit my defend 4. So if we would rather remove a blight,
so that defend 4 there. 4 deals that. I'm not sure there's anywhere else for you to defend 6, so I think you might want to just remove the blight.
Yeah, let's remove the blight then.
And
and we'll just.
I think this is your only option. Yeah.
Yep.
Look at you fixing everything so that I can now blow it up.
Anytime.
So now we all lose a presence.
Yep. What do I want to do here? Yeah, I'm going to take it from the center jungle where everything sucks.
Yeah, it's actually just explorers there now. It's just a lot of them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I'm going to get rid of mine there.
All right. Maggie, I'm guessing you want
Go
to keep
ahead.
I'm guessing you want to keep your sacred site? Question mark.
I do. So yeah, let's get rid of the other one that I just placed.
Okay. I don't know. I'll just do the sands. I guess the sands have not come up yet this game. Invaders do not build in lands with cities. I'm not sure how much that will matter, but cool.
I will not apologize for shaming Maggie into removing blight. I will not do that ever.
You saw what John said then? It says, look at that, Maggie removing blight. Shame on you, Braithwaite.
Indeed.
They build on the coast, but not where there are cities. And then they explore into the mountains and wetlands.
Gosh darn it. Should have moved that guy into the jungle. Whatever. Can't win.
It's fine. It's fine.
Stuff. I forgot. I was ready to like just push all my cards aside, and then I remembered I've got slow stuff.
Yeah, no, you have great things.
Oh, actually, I can kill him, I think. Oh, no, it's range 0. What? Gosh darn.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because you're range 0 there, you're right.
Well, I'll be able to kill 2 explorers. Well, I guess, yeah, no, it's most likely it's just...
So you could do something with your fields choked with growth, where you could push something into your land and then kill something there.
I would love to do that. I would absolutely love to...
Would you like to do
that.
this sands or this sands? Yeah. Or this wetlands? Actually, any of those 3.
Let's do that wetlands, actually, because that wetlands is what's up next.
That's true.
They really have been harping in the mountains and the wetlands for a while.
I know.
There's been, like, no sand.
Right, the coastal is the only sand, and only one of our 9 coasts is a sand. So that coast is the only one that is only sand that has had anything so far this game.
That's why I thought that wetlands was a good, like, I thought it was, like, a pretty safe pick. But I was wrong. Sean, fix the game. I don't agree with this.
Yeah, it's obviously broken.
For me, I'm going to gather the warriors into the coastal wetland on my board.
And this one?
Yep.
And
your presence along with it, and then I'm going to kill the town there. With my other innate.
Yeah. Then
I'm going to Voice of Thunder and push all of the people that I airdropped into... Let's push them into that coastal wetlands right next to him.
Yeah, you got it.
Then we're gonna say hi.
And both your presents?
Both presents, yes.
John said no comment to my fix this game. Just kidding. This game is not broken. Just so everybody knows. If anyone got confused, I'm just annoyed. It's not broken.
All right, let me kill the town there. There are so...
If we get 2 more fear, we can get a power card. Or not a power card, a fear card. And get to tier 2.
Oh, we're so close to... I can't deal with that sands there, unfortunately, but I think I can deal with both the other cities, depending on how much blight we're okay with. And then it's just...
That's not a coastal area, though.
Which one? That sands?
Oh, damn, that is a coastal area.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right, well, I'll figure something out.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just going to cause infinite blight. How about that? I'm going to poison this land. Which is tier level 2. Gets us a blight, which then causes us to cascade that blight. Because that's what I do. And then I can do it again somewhere else. Yeah, let's just deal with this. I'm going to kill my own land, my own presence to do this.
Okay.
And then I'll cascade there. And then I have still got a ritual destruction, which is, I think, just going to be destroying a town. And we're looking at coastal, so... Yeah, I'll just...
Excuse me.
See, everything is so fine. There's there are no cities, or sorry, there's one city on the board, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 other land, 5 other lands with towns.
Yeah. I've got a couple of plans for this.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to do a third growth option for me.
Mm-hmm.
That should unlock my Reclaim 1, which I believe that I get right now.
You do, yes.
As soon as I unlock that. So I'm going to take that and put it in... Let's put it in the wetlands that currently has no Dahan. Actually, no. Scratch that. In the mountains that I just left.
I'm done.
And I would like Rapid Wings of Sunlight again.
You got it. And I'm guessing you're going to play that.
I am.
Do you know what else you want yet, or do you want a minute for that?
Yeah, so I'm going to take Rapid Wings of Sunlight, Sudden Ambush, and Call to Bloodshed.
All right. Maggie.
I have to.
Yeah.
I guess I don't have to reclaim. No, I do. I have to reclaim. Yeah.
You have no. Like, you don't have to. You just aren't going to do much if you don't.
Sorry, I had cards flipped down in front of me, so in my mind I was like, "Oh, these are my cards," and it was the ones that I was like flipping as I was doing them.
Right.
So yes, reclaim, and I'll gain a minor power card.
Say you can go major now if you want to. Like you have a bunch of
major. I never go major. I'm not gonna have a whole lot of energy now that I want to spend that energy to put presence back on the board.
Well, you'll only be spending 1, and we're near the end of the game. Like, if you want, if you want to blow things up, this is how you blow things up: is getting a major card. If you don't want to, it's okay. Fine,
I'll get a major card. I never do this. I even like online games, real life games, doesn't matter. It's pretty rare. None of those are that useful to me.
Blazing Renewal lets you place 2 more presence in a land.
Okay.
And that does damage to towns and cities as well when you do that. It's kind of expensive.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll take it. Let's chance it.
And do you know what you would like to lose? What do you not care about?
Don't super care about nature's resilience.
All right. So
I find it appropriate that I'm the only one who's like still trying to defend places. It's like we still have to live here. Spare my poor Dawn.
Burn it all down.
Burn it all down. Yeah, I think you're actually in a funny place now where if you want to use Blazing Renewal, which will get you 2 presence back, you can't add a presence using this growth option.
But you always have to do that.
Oh, you're right. You have to do it even. Oh, right. So you can't do that this turn, but next turn you'll be able to do the other thing.
You know what would have allowed you to do that? Not blighting the island.
That was never going to happen. Maggie, where would you like your presence?
I only get to add 1.
To a jungle or a wetland.
Let's see what's going on in the wetlands. I know that we're gonna do like some stuff's gonna happen, but I'm not gonna have a sacred site, so it's probably not worth trying to place there. Let's do the jungle that is above the jungle that I'm at, the one that you're right above. Yeah, that one.
Oh, Migrant P said you could reposition instead of placing from destroyed.
Oh, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, also, I completely forgot that you're getting energy from the energy growth, so you totally can do Blazing Renewal this turn.
Oh yeah, definitely. I knew that I could. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
I don't know what you said. I wasn't paying attention.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, because I haven't selected my cards yet. But yeah, I definitely have enough for it.
Here, I will do mine really quick. I'm going to... Yeah, I guess I'm just going to reclaim again. I guess I'm just going to keep on blowing things up. I'll place my last presence. And the big thing right now is I just want to get towards these other towns. Yes, let's go there.
I can't target myself with it. Yeah, because it's another. Yeah, I knew that. I don't know why I asked.
Blazing Renewal? It's any.
No. What? No, not Blazing Renewal.
Okay.
I was looking at Gifts of Proliferation. Sorry.
Ah.
No, I'm looking at all my cards. Sorry, I'm going to be quiet for a second because I'm planning. I'm plotting right now. It takes some
Got
time. That'll use all of my energy. How much? What do I have left? Yeah. So that makes. Well, I mean, that actually makes it easy.
What if I told you you could do Blazing Renewal twice this turn?
I'm into it.
Cool.
I don't have to pay for it, do I?
Nope.
Then I'm into it.
It's slightly less violent than me poisoning the land twice this turn, so.
And it means that we pull back a little bit from the brink of Maggie having nothing on the board.
Right, exactly. And she can choose other players if she needed to, but I don't think she needs to.
Snap. That's okay. It's probably worth doing that. I think it's worth doing Gifts of Power and Lore of the, because I'll be able to do this 3 times. 1, 2 damage.
I just need to step away really quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide between the stem the flow of fresh water and like fields choked with growth, because like they're pretty similar. I could switch them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, we are so close to being able to win during the fast power phase this turn.
I have too many cards up here. I forgot how many cards I could play. That is what I'm going to play. So I'm going to play Blazing Renewal, Overgrow, In a Night, Gifts of Power, and Lore of the Unknown.
Okay.
What?
And you're planning on using Overgrow in a Night to use the fear, do the fear?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Because you won't have any
Because
energy.
especially if you're letting me do Blazing Renewal twice.
Mm-hmm.
That was an easy one. And I also wanted the moon because then I can do damage. Like I unlock my highest damage level.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's see. Everyone's talking about what I could do. You can reposition for free. Everyone's saying that. That still counts. She can. She doesn't have enough energy for this turn yet.
Oh, they were just talking about the thing we were talking about that you weren't paying attention to, about whether you could play Blazing Renewal or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I was paying attention to it. I already knew that I could. Rude.
All right, we've all played cards. Going into fast powers. I think we will not win this turn, but I think we will win next turn. I could be wrong, though, because they will do a lot of building this turn.
Okay. I'm going to do Sudden Ambush in the coastal land on the coastal wetlands on the bottom on your board. That'll take care of both of those explorers.
On this one?
No, it won't. I'm sorry. Oh well, no. I can gather one, and I'll pull it from the mountains there, and then, yep, that one, and my presence along with it, and then we'll kill off both those explorers. Then wrap in Wings of Sunlight. I'm tempted to leave them where they are because that's a hot spot, but I could instead drop them in land number 5. That sands, that nasty, nasty sands, and that should completely protect it and also kill off everything there. And I think that's more beneficial than, because that town is not a problem.
Yeah.
And I don't have enough air to make the warriors fast, so that's
Right.
what I'm going to do.
So you're going to wrap from that
one and drop them into 5. If I thought about this a little bit more, I could have done it, but I didn't. We're not going to gather because, I want that guy there. And all of them over there.
And both your presents, I'm assuming?
Yep.
All right, that deals with that place. All right, Maggie. Where would you like to do your shenanigans?
Okay, so I want it to be somewhere. Okay, so where's my sacred site right now?
Currently, you have a sacred site.
It doesn't have to be a sacred site. It just has to be where I have presence. But that's
sacred site there. You have a presence right here.
Okay, and they're about to do ravaging the coast.
Yeah, ravaging the coast and building in the mountain and wetlands.
Okay, can you show me the coast that's right? That's oh my gosh, yeah, that one.
So there's this place right here that has a town and 2 explorers. This one has just a single explorer who's going to die. This one's taken care of.
Let's do that one, number 1. For Blazing Renewal, because that'll get rid of that town.
All right, and you want to target yourself?
Yes.
And you can target that land. All right. And you have another Blazing Renewal if you want it.
I do. Let's look at a different coast and see what's happening.
So the northern coast just has explorers. This one is currently blighting, but you can't actually deal with that. And I think that's true of the southern coast too. Yeah, there's just explorers there.
All right, then let's see what's happening in mountains and wetlands.
Currently, there are no cities or towns in mountain wetlands. There are just...
That is incorrect. Land number 6, that's a town.
Oh, yes, you're right down here.
Let's do it. Put me right there.
Cool. Yourself again? Get you back on the board.
Heck yeah.
And then Overgrow, you're just going for the fear, right?
Yeah, so pick one. I don't care what land.
Yeah. And then your Lure of the Unknown?
Oh, I guess... Didn't you say someone was going to blight? Is that a place where I could... Well, I'm not close enough to that. Never mind.
So you're all enveloping green. You could use it, I think, looking really quick, where you currently are in the wetlands here, you could use it here to keep yourself from having to lose presence.
Okay, then let's move him.
Sorry, that would be your defend.
My defend. I'm sorry. Yeah, you said all enveloping green. Sorry, I was still thinking about Lure of the Unknown.
Yeah, for your other one, that's harder. They're building in mountains and wetlands, so I don't... or let's see, so where else is blighting? Oh yeah, up here is blighting, but it is range 2, so you could pull one of those explorers out, like pull them into the sands or something.
Yeah,
I would certainly appreciate that.
But before we do that, the thing that we just did that stopped the defend, did it stop them from building there?
It will not stop them from building. You could remove a presence to stop them from building.
I don't want to stop them from building because I'm gonna have limited options of where I can kill things off, and I'm gonna be able to kill a town.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so
that's let them build and then kill it off. That's a good call.
Right.
Exactly. Yeah.
You will have another option with this one right here though, that the party will also build. So you can choose when we get there. Yeah. We also have multiple fear cards, which may change things. So.
Okay, cool. Then do what you were gonna do. Pull it into the sands. Thank you.
Much appreciated.
All right, so we each have to lose a presence.
And I'll take mine from land number 2, where Maggie just pulled that guy out.
All right.
And then I'll take mine from the place that isn't a sacred site.
Done. And where are my next 2 that I want? I will take it from this place where I'm about to lose it anyway. First fear card. Each player chooses a different land. In that land, gather up to 2 Dahan, and then 1 damage per... one damage if Dahan are present.
Might be able to stop some mountains with that.
Yeah, for sure.
Why not that center land number 5, mountains there?
That one done. Do you want to gather, or do you want to
let's not get. Well, yeah, gather one from the coast and take my presence along with it.
All right. Do you want one or both?
Oh, we can gather 2?
Yeah, gather up to 2.
Yeah, then by all means, and take the sacred site with it.
Done. Let's see. They're building.
Get that mountains.
Yeah, so I will pick that one. I'll just take one of those guys. Do you want to bring your presence?
Yeah, that's fine.
There. And then the other one will just die during the ravage.
And...
so there's one where my sacred site is. And this one's going to die to the ravage already. There is also this wetlands.
There's no... Well, no, there is a Dahan that we could gather. We could gather the one that we just took.
Right, yeah.
I'm fine with that, but like we want Maggie to weigh in as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's Maggie's choice.
Yeah, no, I think that's still a good option.
Okay, wetlands it is. Do you want your presence with that?
Yes, I would.
And then the other fear card, it defends 6 in all coastal lands. Invaders do not build.
Oh, that's
cities
lovely.
in coastal lands this turn. Yeah, so that's a great time for that fear card. Yes, we're allowing the ravage.
Kobold Gamer asked, "How is Mist and Shroud in play?" I am genuinely interested in hearing about it.
It's an interesting spirit in play because you have to plan way ahead, and part of this is because it's a very low energy gain spirit. But it has some interesting discounts that you can get with air and water cards. So like if you have air and water, you don't have to, like, you can pay, I want to say it's 2 energy less for every year for if you have an air symbol, and 2 energy less if you have a water symbol. Which allows you to, if you focus on what you're good at, do some cool stuff. Mainly the reason that you have to plan way ahead is because things don't heal in the land with your presence. So you're more of a steady grind than an outright destruction. But the most interesting part is that areas where you've got wounded people, I might be botching this a little bit, but I think it's areas where you've got wounded invaders and presence generate fear, up to 5 fear per turn. So like you essentially create these little pockets of wounded invaders that are your fear harvest. It's really cool when you can get it to work
Fear
right.
harvest.
And you're also like crazy mobile because you can move presence all around. So it's just a really fun spirit to play, but it's one where you're never going to do anything super dramatic immediately, but the effects are all going to be long term.
Mm-hmm. All right, Maggie, you have these 2 wetlands. Do you want them to build in one, both, or neither?
I want them to build in one of them, and I mean probably both is fine because I'd rather keep the sacred sites, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's say.
Yeah, we just need to kill a handful of towns to win, for what it's worth.
Oh, then yeah, let's stop the one that has the blight.
Okay. Hey, look, they're doing stuff in sands. It's our first sand card in the game. All right, slow powers.
All right, so I would like to. I can take care of. I don't know why I'm pointing at the screen. Land number 5, the sands that just has 2 towns in it. I can probably do something fun there. If either of you can take care of it, I'll look at somewhere else to deal with.
I have basically I can take care of 3 lands that are roughly range 1 from me. I can just kill all the towns in any of those lands. So those are really flexible as far as where. So
Yeah, why don't you guys go and then I'll clean up, because I'm fairly mobile at the moment.
Okay.
My one is going to be giving somebody else a target or a minor power, and then killing that town that I let build.
Braithwaite, do you want the?
Sure, I wouldn't mind a minor power.
Okay. Why does that? There we go.
Let's take Dark and Tangled Woods.
And done.
That's particularly great, so use it for a major power.
All right. So yeah. So I can.
Oh, I probably should have taken one of the others because it has fire and wind. Don't worry about rewinding.
Okay.
I'll deal with it.
Yeah. So I think we have like 7 lands. I can destroy 3 of them, and then probably more stuff in fast powers next turn. And you're incredibly mobile. You said you don't. Doesn't matter to you.
I'll deal with whatever I can. Just
okay. Well, that place with 2 towns looks like the worst one, and there's no blight, so I'm just going to poison it. Let's see, is there anywhere with just towns?
You've got both of those sands.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just ritual destruction. Oh, it has to have Dahan. That, let's see. Which I can gather if I need to, so.
If you want to pull them from land number 5, then I can... the Dahan, at least from land number 5, then I can push them into one of the coastal wetlands and kill everything.
Mm-hmm. That works.
And my presence along with it, please.
And then I will destroy the town. And then I will just drop it there. And that's everything I can do.
Alrighty. So let's take a look at where there are towns left.
So there's Coastal 6, there's this Mountain 7, there's this place where we both are, and then there's Mountain up here.
And they're going to be ravaging in mountains next.
Mm-hmm. Mountains and wetlands. So it's those 4, and they will be ravaging in all of those places.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather the warriors, and we're going to pull some people into mountains number 7.
Right here?
From the jungle, and both of those from... I might only be able to take one, but from the jungle, and... Yeah, okay, then my presence along with it. Then we're going to push 2 of them out, and we're going to push them into land number 7 directly above it. And one of my presence is going to go along with. Then we're going to lead the Furious Assault and kill off the town in land number 7. And then we're going to call to bloodshed, and in land number 8, down below on your board.
Let's see, on my board, land 8, this one?
Yes.
All right.
And kill off that town.
Fear card. Time passes. So looking for the victory, if we can, there's just this town and this town, fast powers. They're both ravaging, so also if we can just make them die during the ravage, that also works. And then we would win.
Well, I'm definitely reclaiming Wrap and Wings of Sunlight.
I also need to
I can do one of them. I'm going to do the add a presence at range 1 and gain 4 energy. And we'll just plonk it down in land number 5 because, yeah. And Rapid Wings. There we go.
I'm going to play.
Rapid Wings of Sunlight. And what else am I going to do? I've got Quicken the Earth Struggles and Manifestation of Power and Glory, so I can do Quicken the Earth Struggles.
Yeah,
and I've also got one of the minor that I just got. So let's do.
Honestly, I think as long as I can hit my
Dark Tangled Woods, that's fine.
Yeah, I think if I hit my second tier, you can just double wrap, and then I think that'll win.
I'm gonna reclaim.
Done. Like a minor or a major?
I guess let's do major now that we're like this far in. Might as well.
Oh, you're getting all the expensive ones.
Oh, cool. Can I afford any of them?
Jungle Hungers you could theoretically afford this turn.
Oh, but it's slow. No fun.
Yeah, I know. I think we're going to win it fast, unfortunately. Or during the Ravage.
Sure. I'll take Jungle Hungers then. And I'll get rid of Fields Choked with Growth.
All right.
I don't think I'm going to be any help because all of my stuff is pretty slow or I can't afford it right now. So as far as killing the 2 towns, I mean, I'll help with other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and you have to reposition on the island. Do you care where your presence is?
How does repositioning work? Where can I go? What can
you
I
basically
do?
Take any presence, so you could take like this presence and you could put it on any of these wetlands or jungles that you can, or you could put it back where it is, I think.
I mean, let's go to the jungle next to it so that I can get closer to where like a town is right now.
Yeah. I mean, you could go to that town if you want to.
Yeah, I might as well.
It'll ravage, but...
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
When is Jagged Earth expected to hit stores? I feel silly asking, but I'm hoping to snag a copy from my friendly local game store eventually. So it'll hit stores about a month after we fulfill the Kickstarter, so we start fulfilling the Kickstarter. So right now, we're expecting it to leave China at the end of May or beginning of June, arrive in the US around end of July, beginning of August, probably. So I would say probably like right in time for the holidays, September, October is when it's probably going to hit the stores. That is like very much an estimation, but that's pretty close to when it should hit there. That's the closest thing to we hadn't really told people the shipping timeline yet, but so I guess like spoilers, kind of. That's still up in the air. Don't tell my boss that I told you that. He doesn't watch the internet. Nobody tell him.
Maggie, what would you like to play?
Man, okay, I can play 4 cards? No.
Yeah, 4, but you only have 3 energy, so.
Yeah, but I only have 3 energy. And like none of them are gonna really super. I'll do Overgrown a Night, and for fear. Overgrown a Night. I can't afford that one at all, for sure. Lure of the Unknown.
Just hit both your zeros if you want, yeah.
Yeah, Gift of Power, that's fine. It'll get me the moons and the leaves I need to do slow damage if I need to do slow damage, but hopefully we just win.
Cool. Raise might have a gift of strength.
Why, thank you much. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing Rapid Wings of Sunlight and be doing it twice, unsurprisingly.
Here, I'm gonna guess that you're going to target this land.
That is correct. I don't need to gather anything.
Go there.
That's just going to go right. Yeah. And then we're going to find the other mountains where there's a city or there's a town, and we're going to kill it.
So there's this. It's a
that.
Now. You have presence down here.
That works. That's fine. And they can all go over there. Happy to hunt. Merrily going on their way to kill things.
Yeah.
We're holding hands and skipping.
Indeed.
Yeah, so we can do things now if we want, but we're just going to win.
Yep.
Here.
Just like throw that somewhere.
Yeah, here, defend for 10 there. That's 15 defended.
Somewhere. That's a mountains or a jungle.
Cool. Let's make that defended for 18.
There you go.
Here, let's oh, I can't target that. Oh yeah, there's blight there. I don't know, let's gather Dahan there just because.
Best reason
Maggie,
to do things.
would you like to use your powers?
I think we have to, right? So yeah.
I mean, we can say finish using powers. Like, we can skip it if we want to.
Oh, let's skip it then, because we're already gonna win.
Okay. We each lose presence. I'm going to pick spots that
just
aren't...
pick things that aren't important.
There we go. We defend a bunch of stuff for Dahan. So you know how we had like a defend for 24. We're defending for 24 up there. And 14 here.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
And we won.
Yay! I love the flowers on the victory guy.
Yeah,
I do so enjoy the no buildings one.
So.
Mm-hmm.
It's very satisfying to get rid of all of the buildings.
It is, yeah.
It is.
And then it's just the little people running away.
Look at us, we did so good.
That was a score of 50. I think that was better than our last
not
two
bad.
scores. Yeah.
Nice. Good job.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, if anyone has any questions, we'll stay around until like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 more minutes to see if any questions flow to chat, because we're a little off, as we all know. This is not exactly real time. And then our next live stream is going to be May 29th. And I don't know that we've talked about what we're going to play yet. Have we?
We have not.
Yeah.
I thought we had talked about maybe it being Sentinels.
I think we talked about maybe it being Sentinels, but we did just get Kill Dr. Lucky up and running on Tabletop Simulator, like the right version.
We have Kill and Island of Dr. Lucky up there.
Oh man, I really like both of those, so we might have to play those. You will see more on about it on our social media page if you're interested in tuning into another game, watching us play and answer questions. But I'm tempted to pick Kill Dr. Lucky or Island of Dr. Lucky. How far off is digital 1.0? Do you mean like how far off is it
from official release, because this is early access still?
Yeah.
But John would probably wants to answer that more than we do.
Yeah, John will answer that. The Trello board will also tell you, probably, if I had to guess. There's no set date. It'll be in early access a few months. Okay, yeah. So, yep, as they work through the bugs, it'll stay in early access for a while. Spork also says, well played. I like your styles. Thank you. We're all very different types of gamers.
We are, yeah. I'm sorry, Chris, for blighting your island.
I will forgive you this time.
I'm sorry I called you a big crybaby.
Yeah, like it all depended on, like, if I got
in all fairness, it was giant whiny baby.
Okay, sorry. I'm sorry I called you a giant whiny baby. I take it back. You did okay. You pulled it together. You should also know that we all really enjoy each other, and we don't. I mean, he doesn't take that personally. He's fine.
It's true.
Oh, he's going to go.
Cry. He's laughing.
Yes, after we're done, he's immediately going to go, like, just curl up in his bed in a fetal position and cry for the next half hour.
Definitely.
Yeah. HR violations, right? Am I right?
Yeah, so much. That's why we don't have an HR team.
Nope. I'm going to go make a pizza.
Oh, I think I'm gonna get Taco Bell. Yeah.
I have not made decisions about dinner yet.
I have somehow lost like 10 pounds during quarantine.
And all
How
you
is
do is
that-
eat pizza and bagels.
I think it's because I don't eat fast food anymore. Like, I make all of my own food.
I mean, that would do it. Yeah,
That's nice.
it is a change. Yeah.
And I
super
also
don't.
exercise. I mean, I don't just sit around playing games and eating.
That's true.
Yeah, that's fair.
That helps.
Yeah.
Take a lot of walks.
Yeah.
I do.
I feel like I lost 5 pounds during the first month, and then I kind of regained those same 5 pounds during the second month.
I have no doubt that I'm going to get it back.
Yeah. But that was like because like I have specific tree pollen allergies that were very present during the month of April. And so I was like couldn't go on my walks then. So now I think I'm like back to in a good place. But
good.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. I see no more questions coming in, although John did just say that he is going to go make a pizza.
Nice.
Congratulations. Have fun with your pizza. Everybody have a great weekend. Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, which is Braithwaite's favorite ending to all
God, that
of the
will never
streams.
stop being funny.
And we'll be back in 2 weeks with most likely Kill Dr. Lucky, but potentially Sentinels. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.